As you guys know, Heather had her baby last night. Here's a quick clip. Right before she headed to the hospital, she's still in the tent. And she's saying she just wants to get to the hospital and she doesn't want to be with Xavier anymore.
Still laying here sick as fuck. I just woke up. We're going now. I'm having irregular contractions again. I'm in a lot of pain besides being sick. I hope I'm not in labor. I have no idea what to even say anymore.
Now, when she gets to the hospital, she uploaded a story on Instagram and she seems frantic because she thinks Xavier disappeared with all her stuff, the tent and all their belongings. I mean, we know she doesn't like him out of her sight for too long, and you can hear the nurse, if you listen closely, you can hear the nurse in the background telling her to put her phone down.
I'm in labor. Xavier just disappeared with all my stuff. I have no idea where he was. He was on the first floor right behind us with my purse and all my stuff.
He's here already.
He's here?
Yeah, can you put your phone
My purse and all my stuff.
He's here already.
He's here?
Yeah, can you put your phone
Heather shares a picture of herself with the baby after giving birth early Monday morning. I plugged the baby's face here, but there was a picture of him in the community section on my channel. He looks like a big old baby with a head full of hair. And I have to say, he's freaking adorable. He already looks like he's 3 months old. He's just really cute. No word yet on Heather if Heather gave birth naturally or by a C-section. Seems she had him only a few hours after getting to the hospital, so she made it just in time. Heather uploaded a short video of the baby's feet, followed by a really blurry picture of the baby. I don't know what that's about.
Look at these toes. Look at these toes.
She hasn't posted anything further as far as the baby goes. We haven't gotten a name yet, no birth weight, time of birth, or length. And I have not seen any pictures of Xavier with the baby either. And this is just part one of this video. I plan on adding to it as I hear and see things. Heather did post this picture on her Facebook tonight, Monday night. It's a picture of herself after a workout. It's one of those, memories on Facebook, and I think it's from 2 or 3 years ago. I guess I should have looked that up before I posted it, but it's from a couple of years ago. And I suspect we're going to be seeing a lot of these kind of pictures in the coming months as she prepares to get back into shape. We know her fit body is a priority to her, as well as getting a free apartment and a car. I wonder where Xavier is, if he's staying at the hospital or if he's camping outside the hospital in the tent. Maybe he went home to family, if they'll accept him and take him in. I just don't know right now. I can't imagine Heather allowing him to leave her side for too long. As far as what the hospital staff will offer Heather, only time motel, and we know they have resources for shelter, but will it be up to Heather's standards, I don't know if she'll accept the help if it's not an apartment, a furnished apartment. I don't know how things are done in Chicago, but years ago I knew of a girl who lived in a shelter with her child. They had their own bedroom in a house full of other homeless women with children. There was a shared kitchen, a shared bathroom, and there were a lot of rules. There were curfews and classes that they had to take. They were mandatory to live in this place. They had a cleaning schedule, cooking schedule. I can't remember everything, but it wasn't just a free ride. It wasn't just a free room given to them. It came with strict rules and stipulations. I mean, Heather may initially agree to this type of arrangement, but I can't see her lasting long. She doesn't like to be told what to do, and she definitely doesn't follow any type of rules. Also, her mental health has to be addressed. I do think we'll hear more about that tomorrow. I have a feeling she is going to flip her shit when they bring it up to her. She is going to flip out because, she's adamant that she doesn't have anything wrong with her. Lastly, before I end part one of this video, Heather shared a memory from 2 years ago of herself trying to use the USPS website to put in a change of address. She says anytime she tries to do anything with the government, it's an issue, so she's obviously still having delusions as of right now.
Good morning again. I just wanted to say thank you so much again for everyone who's helped out. I have already changed a legal change of address with the post office in person. I went to check it online and it doesn't show that I've done, and now it's not accepting my credit card. Isn't that fucking crazy? Like every single time that I move or do anything with some sort of huge issue, who do I contact? Does anyone know who I need to contact with regards to this problem? Please let me know in the DM if you know who.
Alright guys, I'm going to end part 1 of this video and I will upload part 2 tomorrow as I see and hear things. This is part 2 of the video. It's Tuesday, February 20th. Heather is still in the hospital. She's holding the baby in her most recent live. This time she went live on Facebook. I wish she would just stick to one platform, but she's always all over the place. But we do have a name and a weight and a birth story. She also says she took a shower. This is our first full shower since May of 2023 when she took one at Planet Fitness. Oh, could you imagine going 9 months without a shower? It's fucking gross.
Hi you guys, so it is 4:13 on February the 20th, 2024. This is Heather Gillespie. I am sweating profusely, so I apologize. I have gotten into the shower since giving birth, but so many of you have been incredibly supportive over the last several years of adversity, and I just wanted to get on and tell you guys that we have a happy, healthy baby boy weighing in at 8 pounds, 0 ounces, 52 centimeters. I decided on the name Weston Mateo. Mateo literally means gift from God. And I'm just very happy, very grateful. I was able to spend some time with all my children today, other than my baby girl, the 10-year-old who is at school, I assume. But the big kids were able to make it out here, which very grateful for the person who drove them. He knows who he is, a personal friend of the children's. You guys have come together in a way that has been so incredibly supportive, and I could not be more grateful. So I just, again, as I wanted to say, it's 4:15 on Wednesday, the 20th of February, and we just wanted to say hello and thank you so very much for all of your support. We greatly appreciate it. So I'll be back in about a week. I'm going to take a few days off of social media just to kind of, rest and give the baby, some attention and love, and do some more writing. But I'll be back as I always am. So thank you guys so much for showing love. I really appreciate it. I will be still posting to all my socials with my regular content, and other things of that nature, but I'm not going to be checking in on any lives. My voice is literally gone from screaming from no epidural. Really quickly before I hop off, I'll tell you guys the birth story. So I have been insisting that we get into the hospital prior to going into labor. Xavier had other plans, and the day I went into labor, he was busy doing other things, running around. First-time father anxiety really got to him, I suppose. And I wasn't able to make it here until 12 p.m. On the night of my labor, or morning of my labor, rather. I was already 5 centimeters when I arrived, and they could not place an epidural until I had an entire bag of hydration. So I progressed from 0 centimeters all the way to 10 centimeters with no medication. The worst pain of my life. I would try to breathe through. I don't know how ladies did this before medication. I really don't. The only way I could distract myself from the pain would be to be vocal, to scream. So I would just be yelling, until my voice could not produce sound anymore. But all of the energy coming from my diaphragm was still coming out. If anyone's ever ridden the giant drop at Six Flags, the exact same thing happened to me when I was terrified on that ride. And they drop you and you're like, and it literally looks like I'm not screaming, but I'm giving it my all. So I think I bruised my vocal cords. Yeah. Either way, I got the epidural 4 minutes before I had to push. And this little cutie is the result of all that hard work. So again, I'm very, very grateful. Could not be more grateful. You guys have a fantastic few days without me. As I said, I'm not going to be doing my usual FTRs. I'm just kind of going to be laying low. Xavier's father is giving us a budget for a different place to stay. I don't want to be too forthcoming about where that is, because even in trusting that people would not follow me, calling Chicago police and letting them know that I was on my way to the hospital so that they could give extra, assistance in the way of keeping harassment out. They've not been able to be very successful. There have been multiple intrusions, and most of them happen when my boobs are out or my butt is out. So it's been an exhausting 2 days, and I'm very much looking forward to the opportunity to rest and relax in the next step for baby and I. So again, you guys, thank you so much for all of your support and love. I am very, very grateful. You guys have a great day.
She definitely rehearsed that. Does she think she's some sort of celebrity figure giving the speech to all her fans out there with the little pet in her hand? I don't believe Xavier's father will be giving any type of budget, but who knows? Heather is quickly gaining a lot of sympathy because she gave birth. I mean, something that women do every fucking day. She's no different than any other woman. But she may just get away after all. I, for one, remember what kind of person she is. When she mentions multiple intrusions with her boobs are out or her butt is out while you're in the hospital, but she's probably laying the stage, the groundwork for a future lawsuit, or at least she'll be screaming about one for years on end. It was already discovered on Instagram that she was liking posts about birth lawsuits, so there's that. This is part 3. It is Wednesday, February 21st. So we now know that thanks to Aunt Stacy, Heather and Xavier's baby is in the care of DCF, the Department of Children and Family Services. For those of you who don't know, Heather's Aunt Stacy was on an episode of Love After Lockup with Heather and Dylan. This morning Heather was posting some hospital pictures. Let's take a look at those. Sometime after these pictures, the baby was placed in the care of DCF. As far as where Heather is tonight, nobody knows for sure. She may have been given shelter, she may come up with money for a hotel room, or she may be back in the tent. Her Coco Chanel Instagram page went private, and she hasn't posted anything further today. We don't know the details of the DCF investigation, and we'll likely never know. It's even possible a family member has the baby. It's not being made public knowledge, and it really shouldn't be anyways. Heather may be laying low. She may be complying with what is being asked of her to regain custody of the baby. I personally don't see her following any rules. Like I've said before, she may agree to begin with, but I don't see it lasting. But if I'm wrong, I'm wrong, and only time will tell. Now, as far as people getting mad at creators for providing content on Heather, you're definitely directing your anger at the wrong people. The anger you're feeling should be directed towards Heather and Xavier. They are the ones to blame. They had plenty of time to better themselves, to get help to do anything other than what they were doing, and they didn't do a damn thing. We couldn't post about Heather at all if she wasn't spewing off rants on her social media every day. She is to blame. He is to blame. Nobody else. Also, I'm not the damn internet police, and I'm not going to tell grown-ups what to do. If people called and reported her, that's on them. I'm not going to scold grown adults who should know better. Alright, so now to end this video, I'm going to show a few clips of Heather and some of the nonsense she's talked about during her pregnancy. Having a baby didn't magically make her a good person. Let's hope she finally gets some help. She hasn't done it for the children she already has, but I mean, that could change. Have a great night, everyone.
I opened the Teddy Grams and like put one in my mouth. I swear to God to you, I immediately began to contract. My whole body gets hard. My tummy, my uterus, the whole tent smells like PVC or like drywall. Xavier's like, throw that shit out. Throw that shit out. So now they're trying to poison a pregnant woman in the middle of the fucking park, in the middle of broad daylight, with a bag of sealed honey Nabisco Teddy Grams. Now, my husband, Xavier, who is a straight man, who only under the control and nefarious influence of people who sexually assault him, I would assume, turns into this very feminine, cross-dressing creep. And he knows that we had plans today to go take food to my 2 big children. That is what the fuck I do every month. He is with me and we go and do it. I take it to the small child first and then to the bigger children. Today's the day. He left at 9. He was supposed to be back here at 11 or 11:30. It's now damn near 2 o'clock. Where the is Xavier? All right. Well, we're going to discharge you. So for all you motherfuckers saying, oh, just go in there and act crazy, I don't need to act, motherfucker. I don't need to act. You're holding me on the side of the fucking road in a tent, 6 months pregnant. My back hurts, my front hurts, my top hurts, my bottom hurts, my every fucking thing hurts. I miss my children and I want to go home. I hope you all fucking die. I'm bringing in like this sometimes incredibly abusive person. Can you please get this guy out of here? Please. Please. I do not give my permission. With this fucking fake ass shit. Bring me a Xavier that treats me with love and kindness and respect. And that's all. If this weird cross-dressing Xavier is going to continue to try to do weird shit on and off camera, that is unacceptable. Does everyone have record of this conversation right now? Fucking moving vans. Bitch, I have no money. What the fuck do you want from me? Cops are refusing to. Xavier has tried to hand them a piece of paper with the narrative and they've now refused it like 6 or 7 times. I have no bra on. I'm on the phone with the city, with downtown and buildings departments. I'm trying to get business done so that we can start working on these empty properties. We've been on a waiting list for 311 for how long now? Since September 2021. And we are in a public area and they're removing Xavier from me, which is illegal, threatening him and doing something weird and sexual, I think. Please add these officers to the investigation. Again, refusing the narrative and perpetuating a whole bunch of drama. Xavier's supposed to be here getting his work done, not getting harassed on the side of the street. I don't ask for money very often from my sponsors, but when I do, I tell them what I need and how much I need. And 9 out of 10 times they make it happen. And I'm 36 years old now. No, I haven't had plastic surgery. I look young because I have Radiesse, Botox, and Juvederm. Yes, I paid for it out of my own pocket. Yes, I was employed at a 6-figure job before all of this began. Everyone under the sun, from 0 income to 6 figures, has written me a letter of recommendation. I am a good person, and I have proven myself. I am tired of sitting outside in the fucking dirt. Officers stating that it is allowed. If it isn't allowed, why don't you give us a resource? So why don't you give us a resource?
And you're very loud.
Why don't you give us a resource?
I'm here to ask you guys to move along.
Do you see, this is the same thing every single time. There are no resources offered. There is an excessive amount of harassment. So where are they, ma'am? Do you think that any person would voluntarily? I don't deal with him. If you want to deal with someone, deal with me. He's clearly the weaker one.